going on, folks? We are on Avenue U today. Welcome in. It's a nice day. 80 degrees. On, I think today is July 23rd. Let me check and verify that. Yes, July 23rd. July 23rd at 3 p.m. Thursday. Figured we'd take a walk down the Avenue U. It's Avenue YouTube. You can see that sun that is on me right now is beating down on my back. But it's not a very hot sun today. It's very nice out. Very dry. Very low humidity. Looks like sanitation's got to pick up some trash over here on the corner. On the next corner, I'm already looking at the trash on the next corner. It doesn't look like it's filled up over there. So, tale of two corners. One corner more trashier than the other corner. Anyway, we are going to walk. I don't know how far we're going to walk. We're going to definitely do some walking. Thinking about an hour worth of walking. I guess you got the right idea with the umbrella. I'm not wearing my hat like I normally do in the sun. In the sun, I have like a ball cap on. But it is late in the day. I mean, you can still get a sunburn at this. Well, I don't know. I mean, you can still get some sunburn at this time. But generally, they say 10 to 3. Right, 10 to 3 is the sweet spot for a sunburn, so still definitely get tanned at 3 o'clock. The sun is starting to move out of that strong UV index. Sounds like construction's going on over here. I'm taking my time going through this crosswalk. I know the van wants to get through, but I don't want to rush. This thing's basically a car over here. That's like a two-seater. I wonder how fast those things go. So today I wanted to go to a couple of places. The trains right now are not running correctly. They're running over the N line in my neighborhood. The trains that I normally take, they're running over. So you have, this is how it's working. So there's no Manhattan-bound trains, right? This is until 3. So right now, as I'm walking, there's now trains. But I don't want to leave my house late. I wanted to get out a little earlier. But there was no trains on the Manhattan-bound side of the D train this week from 10 to 3. So in order to get into Manhattan, if you want, you got to go to Coney Island and go back, right? On top of that, the N trains are running on our line. And if you are an N train rider and you want to go to Coney Island, you don't have N trains on your line, but they're running on my line. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So. Well, my favorite bakery is coming up right over here. Lucio's. They make the best old style, and when I say old style, I'm talking about if you remember going into an Italian bakery and buying the 7-layer cookies, the rainbow cookies that people like to call them. They taste amazing. They're like what you remember. Not a lot of bakeries make them as good as the old days. You know, these days you get a lot of bakeries, anything, bakeries, restaurants, fast food places. They like to cut corners and take out ingredients. But going to Nuccio's is old school Italian bakery. By the way, this is McDonald's Avenue, and you just witnessed the F train go over. To go onto this side over here. I'm going to be watching my camera. Now I'm going to tell you why. Give you a little weird conspiracy theory I used to have. I don't know, maybe I still have it. We'll see what happens here. But every time I always walk from this area past Ocean Parkway, camera just stops recording for whatever reason. So I'm going to keep an eye on the camera here. From now until Ocean Parkway. This is the post office right on my right here. This building here, this brick building. You see the flag up there. This is the Gravesend station, 11223, the zip code. So if you want to mail somebody a friendly letter in this neighborhood, that's a zip code you got to use. Can't guarantee that they're going to get the letter. Probably a lot easier to send a text message. Notice how I skipped right over email. That's how everybody talks these days. Text message. People break up relationships via a text message. I always like looking at this property here on the corner of East First. It's like a little villa. I don't even know. I mean, is that a residential? Is that like a school? I mean, some of these homes, they look so big, and then you say to yourself, is somebody living in there or working in there? We are in, I like to call this, so from McDonald's Avenue down for several blocks is the quiet part of Avenue U. Until you get past like King's Plaza, then it gets all nice and quiet again if you go down like the Milne Basin area. But this area is kind of quiet. It's not that noisy. Just got some traffic. Looks like there's more construction going on over there. He was beeping at that car coming out of the parking spot. I thought he was beeping at me. I wasn't even in the street when I heard the horn going. I knew there must have been something more to that story. Those guys are working hard, or they're hardly working. I used to say that to the junior guys when I used to work. I used to expect something done by a certain time, and then it wasn't done. And I'd ask them, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm working really hard on this." I said, "Or are you hardly working on it?" Like, so it was another nice big piece of property over there on the corner. This is East 4th Street. And then you got all those attached brick homes. There's that one Italian home every time you walk by, you know it's Italian because it's got all the statues of Mary and Jesus and the Italian flag. Ocean Parkway's coming up. We got to cross Ocean Parkway. We got to cross some big roads coming up. We got Ocean Parkway and Coney Island Avenue coming up. Last time I was on Avenue U was a year ago. So, about a year ago. A little more or a little less. I mean, so basically a year ago. That was the last time we were down here. Well, the light turned green. I'm definitely not going to make it across Ocean Parkway. If I was on the corner, I'd make it. I am not going to run. This is a nice, relaxing walk. I made a promise to myself when I walked out the door. No running across streets, none of that. Just take it easy. I'm fine, by the way. There's no reason why. I just don't feel like it. Today, it's a nice day out. Very nice day out. No reason to rush. And you know what? Since I want to be on this side, I might as well take it now, and then we'll wait for the light to change. Remember, we walked Ocean Parkway. I don't know I think it was earlier this year, the whole distance. All the way up to Prospect Park from Coney Island. From specifically Brighton Beach. Light's about to change in a moment. Probably go ahead of the light changing because it doesn't look like there's not a lot of cars that are going to turn. So we're good. So the light turns red here, and then it stays green for people that are turning right or left. So as long as nobody's turning onto the road, you should be good. All right. Oh, looks like I'm good. It looks like we didn't have the Camera shut off. Last 2 times I walked through here, the camera stopped. It didn't shut off, it stopped recording. And it happened both times somewhere between Ocean Parkway and McDonald Avenue. So, it's 2 out of 3 now. So, it's still a conspiracy theory. It's still a conspiracy theory just for that reason. Now, the next time I come down here, whenever that's going to be, if it happens then, it'll definitely be a conspiracy theory. And if it doesn't, then I guess I'm just crazy. Tinfoil hat guy. Someone was telling me that this area, well, the area we just walked out of, uses like radar jamming equipment for cars so they don't get busted doing speeding and stuff. And another person told me that they were like, some people got cell phone jammers in that neighborhood. I don't know why they would have that. It's totally illegal. But whatever. Yeah, I am walking really slow today. It's definitely out of character. I had a nice rest, too. I finally got a nice string of days in a row where I didn't do any walking. If you count today, half of a day, so 3.5 days. I'm just sitting on my ass. Now I gotta give my chair a rest now. Chair at my computer desk. I think these guys are going right into the firehouse. Did you guys notice what just happened? This guy come flying onto the sidewalk with his moped. I would not move. I was not moving, and he slowed down. And we made eye contact, and let's just say my eyes weren't friendly. I don't know about his, but personally, I don't give a shit either. But you're gonna come flying on a sidewalk with a moped like that. There's a firehouse. It's Coney Island Avenue right here. There goes McDonald's. If I went to McDonald's again, I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time, but if I go, I'm going to try and get a cash register person. I don't even know if they call them cash registers anymore because there's really no cash. Because I tell you what, whenever you go into anything with a touch screen, they definitely get you, man. They definitely get you. You wind up finishing the order and they tack on, I don't know, somehow they tack on an extra $2, $3. I thought I had a train behind me for a second. Soon we'll be walking by the train station. We already walked by one train station. We walked by the N line earlier. And then we walked by the F train. And now we're going to walk by the Q line. You could hear that nice breeze hitting me. It's a very nice, cool breeze. We're in a really nice weather setup for the next, I want to say, at least week going into August. So definitely is not going to feel like late July for the next few days. We also won't be having any rain for a little while. Nice break in the rain. We needed the rain though. I'm not complaining about the rain. We needed it. There's a big whiff of Chinese food, and it is right over there. Golden Z Chinese restaurant. It's the only Chinese restaurant on this block, so it's got to be that. Check this girl out. She matches the wall. She's a little bit more brighter. She matches the green wall. Green happens to be my favorite color, by the way, so there you go. This is the Avenue train stop over here. And that's the B3. The B3 will take you all the way over to Mill Basin and Bergen Beach. As a matter of fact, I think the last stop is right in Bergen Beach. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of people walking around. This is a more a more crowded area of here's some music going on. Oh look, that girl that just walked by, she had a Navy shirt on. So look at that. So we just had a girl on a scooter with a green, she was all in a green getup, my favorite color, and then another girl just walked by with a Navy, it looked like a Navy sweatshirt or something. Must be one of the newer Navy sweatshirts, because I still have a couple of old Navy sweatshirts from back in the day, and they definitely have changed over the years. For those of you that are new to the channel, if you're watching this, welcome in. And I used to be in the Navy, and that's why I'm talking about the Navy. All right, where are we? Just past East 17th Street. I'm going to change it up a bit. I'm going to go across the street. Let's go back across the street here. Next big avenue we have to cross is Ocean Avenue, I believe. There's a few big avenues down here. Ocean Parkway, Coney Island Avenue, and then another Ocean Avenue, and then I would imagine you got to hit Bedford before you hit Nostrand. Nostrand Avenue is over where the Brennan and Cars still there. Brennan and Carr is still around after all these years. Big red truck. Who was the big red dog? Anybody remember the name of that big red? Was it Clifford? Why do I think Clifford? I'm probably right. Clifford the big red dog? I don't know. Look that up. Look that up. We've been walking almost 40 minutes. I hope everyone is enjoying this walk. I said that we were going to walk for about an hour. Well, the way it looks is probably stop over at Brennan and Carr. Which means I'll probably stay on this side for the rest of the walk. Because this is the side that Brennan is on. No, the post office. Bedford Avenue is the next block. This is East 20, I want to say East 24th Street. I'm checking right now. I'm looking back at the sign. Yeah, I was right. East 24th. And then you got Bedford right here. Lights about to change. Doesn't matter, we could cross. G&S Pork Store is still open. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, last year I swore there was a story about that store, that pork store was going to close down. So maybe it was another one, because there's been numerous pork stores, like old school pork stores around the neighborhood closing. I swore that one was going to close down. We are getting close to the end here. There's another Chinese takeout place. How to get around the slow people. I'm not even walking that fast. So if I'm going around you today, if I have to walk by you today, around you and by you today, you're walking really slow. I am not walking that slow. I mean, not fast. I am walking slow. I could see the Brennan and Carr up there, and I can see Nostrand Avenue. I'll give you guys a nice walk around and then end it. By the way, right here on my right, on the next block, is where Neck Road runs into Avenue U. The second time. It's right over there. It runs into Avenue a couple of times. Over by, if you remember, we were over by, well, it doesn't. That's like, I think Village Road South or whatever those original roads from a couple of hundred years ago is still around. I always get that mixed up. But this is where Neck Road runs into Avenue. It actually ends right here, so. We'll do. We will give you a look at the Brennan and Carr right here. I'm going to walk around, show you the little window is still around, and then I'll go around the building and we'll end on the other side of the parking lot. Now, I have a walk that I did back in 2019. That was before I had the YouTube channel, and I would upload random walks that I would take. I wasn't big into the YouTube thing. It was just well, this is still a hobby, but it was not a serious hobby. But if you want, you could go and look at that walk, because in that walk, I think I started at this spot, and I have there's the menu of what I just showed you, that menu, and you can kind of compare the prices and see how much everything has increased in the last 7 years. Well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna end it here. So I want to thank everybody for tagging along, and I will catch you all on the next one.